Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. There are many subjects, many chapters already covered. Now another interesting and very good and quite important topic, that is single entry, or you can say it as accounts from incomplete records. Single entry or accounts from incomplete records. This is the new chapter I am going to start. Today is the introduction class. You must understand what it is. Then it will be easy for us to work out the problems. Single entry, you know double entry system. Where double entry system is not followed properly, that is single entry system. Single entry means, it does not mean that debit or credit is missing. It will be there, but purely it is not following the double entry system. Then we can say it as a single entry system. In fact, in single entry system, we take only the personal accounts like debtors, creditors, this kind of personal information, personal accounts we consider, but we are ignoring the nominal and real accounts. That is why we say it as a single entry system. To be frank and strictly speaking, single entry is not much useful compared to the double entry system. But where we don't have proper information, then single entry is the only thing where we can work out the problems, where we can work out something when total information is not available. If you have proper information, better to go for double entry system. In single entry system, we don't prepare accounts like balance sheet, we don't prepare trading account, profit and loss account, all these things we don't prepare because it is not strictly following the double entry rules. Even trial balance also you will not find here. But in place of trial balance, trading profit and loss account and balance sheet, we have some other system we are going to work out, but you will get somewhat understanding about the organization position. That is called a single entry system. Single entry means it's not exactly double entry system is not following. It is following, but a few transactions we are not following it. So that is why we say it as a single entry system. In single entry, you can say two types of single entry. One is pure single entry. Other one is single entry in popular sense. Pure single entry system, it is very difficult to find out and it is not much popular also. What is this pure single entry system means? Generally, no real and nominal accounts are maintained. There will be no real nominal accounts, not at all they are going to maintain. It's totally ignored. Only personal accounts are maintained, like debtors and creditors accounts are maintained. No real account and real account and also nominal accounts. But whereas in single entry in popular sense, along with this personal accounts, they are also maintaining subsidiary books. There are some subsidiary books are considered, especially cash book. This is maintained properly. So this is single entry in popular sense. Generally, whatever we are going to work out, we are going to consider this one only. This is not much popular. Okay, this is popular. We are going to consider single entry means as per the popular sense only. Am I clear? Now after this, you will see that what is single entry and what is double entry. The difference. What is the difference? So this is the difference. 5 differences I can explain here. The first thing is a single entry here, double entry. The first thing is that accounts are incomplete. You won't get proper information. That is the reason we are not going to prepare even trial balance and anything. So that is why accounts means the information whatever is given, that is incomplete in single entry system. Whereas in double entry system, complete records you will find. Complete records, complete transactions you will find. And second thing is that in single entry, only personal accounts we are going to consider. As I told you, debtors account, creditors account, in that way only personal accounts are considered. But here personal and impersonal, both we are going to consider. Personal is, you know, impersonal means real and nominal accounts. Means 3 accounts are considered in the double entry, but in single entry only personal. Ignore the real and nominal accounts. Third one is that single entry is not much reliable compared to the double entry system. Double entry is always reliable because complete picture, complete information we have, we can work out anything and it is 100% reliable, you can say. And next one is single entry system. We don't prepare trial balance because no information. Proper information is not available. When we don't get proper information, how do we prepare trial balance? If we prepare also, it will not tally. That is the reason no trial balance in the single entry, whereas in double entry we have trial balance. And also in single entry system, we don't prepare trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. Trading, profit and loss account, balance sheet, these three are also not going to prepare in single entry system. You know that in double entry system we have already prepared trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Clear? So double entry system is a complete information where we can prepare everything. We are going to consider the personal accounts and impersonal accounts like real accounts and nominal accounts we are going to consider. Here we are going to prepare trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet and also trial balance. But here it is not like that. Completely different. Single entry is completely different than the double entry system. Got an understanding? Now how do you prepare this single entry system? The preparation of single entry system is simple. 3 steps are there. First one is preparation of single entry system. First one is statement of affairs. What is this statement of affairs? Statement of affairs is nothing but in place of balance sheet. Balance sheet we prepare in double entry system. In place of balance sheet, we are preparing statement of affairs. Name is changed. Rather than a balance sheet, we are saying statement of affairs. It is just like balance sheet. All the assets right side, liabilities credit side will write. And here important thing you have to remember is here, balancing figure will be the capital. Capital will not be given in single entry system. So balancing figure is the capital. Remember this important point. Okay, statement of affairs is nothing but balance sheet only. So we'll write all the assets on the right side, liabilities on the credit side, and whatever balancing figure you get, that will be the capital. Remember this important point. This is about the statement of affairs, first step. Once if you prepare statement of affairs, then you have to go for the statement of profit. How do we get the profit? To know the profit or loss, we'll be preparing statement of profit or loss, you can say. So how do you prepare? Simply follow this pro forma. First we are taking capital at the end, means closing capital we are taking. Closing capital. To that we are adding drawings. Generally in final accounts, credit side we used to write capital. From capital we used to deduct the drawings. Now here we are adding. Quite opposite we are doing. Easy way to remember. Okay. So capital we are writing, add the drawings. There we used to deduct the drawings. Now here we are adding it. And also deduct capital, any extra introduced capital is there, that we are deducting. And also deduct opening capital. Introduced capital, opening capital, both the capitals we are deducting. Okay. If you deduct it, then you will get profit or loss. If it is positive value, profit. Negative value, loss. So this is statement of profit. Simple pro forma I told you, right? Now if needed, then we'll go for the third step, that is revised statement of affairs. After preparation of statement of affairs, after preparation of statement of profit, then we'll be going for the revised statement of affairs. With these two information only we are going to prepare. This is also statement of affairs, but revised. Revised means any adjustments are there, all the adjustments we are considering, and we are going to prepare once again the final and revised statement of affairs. Statement of affairs means nothing but balance sheet only. Same like that we will be preparing with adjustments, then we say it as a revised statement of affairs. Am I clear? If you understand this and what is single entry system, then we can go for next class. First take down screenshot or pause the video and note down. Understanding? If you are understanding, please write it in the comment box. Then I'll be able to know that whether you are following properly or not. and previous chapters, many subjects, many chapters. With lot of time and energy I have been preparing it. Please utilize it, use it, and don't forget to share these videos with any of your friends, juniors, seniors. Let them to utilize, because my energy and everything will be utilized properly if you share it. And shortly, next class onwards, we'll work out few problems related to the single entry. Need not to worry, simple problems. Concept you have to understand, that's it. Stay connected, practice well, revise well, and have a bright future. Good luck.